Hey, what's up, guys? This is Kuya Paul, and you're watching. I have a title for my podcast now. It is the podcast Manifesto, because I wrote a book called The Love Manifesto, and I wrote another book I never published called The Worship Manifesto. So Manifesto is kind of my thing, and it looked kind of cool when I made the logo. So I hope you like that. But yeah, this is called the podcast Manifesto with Kuya Paul, and yeah. So my tags is, you can find me on @QueerPaulPoetry on Facebook, also on Instagram. You can also find me right now at T-Spots in, where is this? Is this Azusa? Are we in La Puente, Azusa, or I think it's Azusa, okay, that's good enough. Azusa Neymar. Yeah, I'm talking to my friend. Who I told him to ignore me, but now I'm talking to him. I don't really care. I know, right? That's the kind of podcast I record. But you came early, so that's and he's here too. Okay, like more people are gonna be part of this. Okay, that's fine. I might as well just make it wide. Do you mind being on camera? You do mind being on camera, can you? Dang, then you're gonna have to sit here maybe. Anyway, what's up, man?
What's up, dude?
I'm recording right now.
What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up? It's JR. And yeah, this is a popping place. I think last time I talked to a group, like a bunch of people in my church actually go over here. This is like their max. Also, it's air conditioning, and I needed air conditioning today because it's so hot. It's really, really frigid hot right now. And yeah, it's like almost 100 degrees over here in San Gabriel Valley area, specifically my area, which is the eastmost part of San Gabriel Valley, Covina, Azusa, Glendora, Walnut, West Covina area. But I am here, T-Spots, just waiting for it to cool down. I'm going to be doing some video editing at home and getting more stuff done for YouTube channel, the other YouTube channel that I'm part of, 3 Sweet Productions. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that today. Wanted to quickly talk about, my life stuff, same old work. Had a really good weekend at work, 2 days at the office, which was really fun. And yeah, I got to experience that. It's actually really good over there working in Venice. I actually might be working out of another location in downtown LA Arts District, which is really cool. And yeah, I work in the service center, just help people like over the computer, like solve any kind of problems that they're having online. Like not the actual bird riders, but like guys like me that are like organizing the birds, like basically help them out. So yeah, that was my weekend. Just chilled over there. Haven't been able to go out to do anything kind of multimedia, like watch a movie or anything. So I'm not too caught up from that. However, I have been watching some E3 coverage, mostly the conferences. So I've watched most of them so far. There's 2 more left. Actually, right now should be the next conference, which is the Square Enix conference, and also the no, not Square Enix. Right now it is. Is it Ubisoft? No, Ubisoft was just. I forget which one it is. I want to say it's because Ubisoft was this morning. No, Bethesda was this morning. No, oh, great. I don't even remember. What is it? But I know that there's the Ubisoft conference. Bethesda I watched already. I watched the Xbox / Microsoft conference. EA had a conference I didn't watch. Nintendo has a conference tomorrow. Square Enix is tonight, so there's one more developer. And Devolver. I watched Devolver, which is probably the most interesting of conferences. It was short this year, actually, with Devolver. I'll get into that. And then there's a conference right now that I cannot remember, but I don't know. Maybe I'll put it in the thing below. I was like, oh, I forgot. Long story short, with conferences, most of them were pretty good. Microsoft conference was really great. Probably the best conference so far. Just like only 2 more conferences it has to really compete with. Worst conference, Ubisoft, Ubisoft, wow, just wow. There's just a bunch of just like, hey guys, like we worked on this thing, yeah, and then they left. Like even their endings of like some of the properties were just like, hey guys, we got some really great things in store for you, yeah. All right, up next. I'm like, bitch, like that's it. That's what you can say. That's the beginning, I guess. Okay, Microsoft conference. How that's saw that yesterday. It was a good conference. I liked it. Couple of highlights I remember. End of the conference ended with 5 minutes. 5 minutes video. What is it? Not trailer. 5 minute video trailer of Halo Infinite. With the return of Master Chief and like hints at his reconnection with Cortana, which is really good. I like the kind of an inclusion of the pilot that actually rescues Master Chief from space, and the fact that he has somewhat of a Hispanic draw. So it's like, oh yeah, okay, Hispanic. That's kind of cool. Also, Cyberpunk 2077 and the surprise NPC character of Keanu Reeves, which is really cool, and him showing up. That was freaking cool. Just see him, and then he just shows up on stage, and he's like, "Hey, so these guys are making this really cool game, Cyberpunk 2077." And then like it's like the entire audience like almost wouldn't let him talk. He's like, "Hey guys, no, shut up guys, I gotta read this." That's really funny. But Keanu Reeves and all his splendor and glory. A lot of people were like, I was watching a stream while I was watching it too. So I was watching the conference while watching someone else watch the conference and commentating on it. So it's a weird thing. But anyway, one of the commentators that was watching the conference said it's like, oh, it's like, you know, like a throwback to like Johnny Mnemonic, one of his old movies back in the I think early 90s, I think, where he like hacks into the computer, becomes basically software in the computer. Watched the movie, it's a long time ago, but yeah, that's kind of cool. That was a really good highlight. Bethesda was next. I don't really know too much from Bethesda, but I know it was a pretty solid conference. Kind of want to just talk about Ubisoft because Ubisoft's weird. It's so weird. And again, like all the properties, I think Division 2 was like the weirdest thing because Division 2 was basically they kept saying it's like, oh, here's some gameplay footage, and then they just hint at like things that were about to happen, and they just stop. And then the developer comes like, hey, I'm this, and we have some really great things in store for you that we want to show you. Okay, here's the next guy. And I think the worst one was like, there was one community developer where she's just like, hey, we want to introduce this really great thing because we love our community and we love what the community's been doing, and we hear you, so we created Division 2 Delta because we heard you. Okay, next up, I'm like, what is it? And it was just so like, everything was just so half-baked. It's just like, here's the thing, yeah, here's the thing we're developing. Here's the thing that we want to show you. All right, see you next year. The entire conference was just like, okay, so things are happening. That's cool. I think also with Ubisoft they had like the Just Dance. That was really awkward because they just had like, oh, it's been 10 years and we've seen records broken. We've seen people getting married. Like, what is this? And then like, guess what? And I thought it was like, okay, we're gonna see the next Just Dance, like the next one that's gonna be released. And no, we saw like a live dance, Just Dance crew, like maybe about 30 people on stage, kind of dancing the whole Just Dance dances to the music. It was so awkward because like if you ever seen Just Dance, like the characters are very like kind of neonish, like they're animated, but then you see like live people trying to paint their bodies and their faces like what Just Dance looks like, and it looks so awkward. And some of them look older, and some of them look like not like dancers. Like there was one guy, I mean, bless his heart, he was dancing, but he's just like, you don't look like a dancer, man. You look like the guy that bought Just Dance because he wanted to work out, and it kind of worked, but you still have a belly? He's like, you don't look like a dancer. You don't look like a professional dancer that should be on stage. And it was just so awkward. And then there was just a sea of people with Ubisoft shirts, like all just like very neonish colors, like this color right here, and also like a really bright orange. And it was just like, it was just so like it was such a plant. Like it's supposed to like kind of talk about like, oh, look at the community that we've created, look at the people that we've created, look at the job. And I get it, but it looked very like it looked very corny in the front. Like, I guess it's a little bit more stage planning. Like, it would just be better if they all just look, like in their regular clothing. But it was just like so much. And I mean, I get it. Like a little bit of like that company pride. You kind of forget that it's like these presentations, these press conferences are really for shareholders. They're not really for the general public. But it's just like little things like that. We're just like, okay, I know you're trying to impress shareholders at the same time be relevant, but it's just sometimes it doesn't work. So Ubisoft is interesting. And some of the things that have been released so far. I'm trying to remember a couple of games that I actually did want to play. There were a couple of like. Minecraft actually has a Minecraft Dungeons. That looks kind of interesting. It's somewhat of a kind of an isometric type gameplay, but it's very Minecraft. I wouldn't be surprised if they had like a development kit where like you can create your own dungeon in a very like Minecraft way. So that's going to be interesting. It looks like it'd be really interesting to play with people, with friends. It's like up to four players, I think. We could do dungeon raids, things like that. Division 2 from Ubisoft actually did look pretty good. I'm not sure if I'd play that one. There's a couple other ones though. Like there were some multiplayer games that looked really cool. That I would not be opposed to playing on PC because I'm a PC guy. The PC show. That's the thing that's that's the one I forgot. So PC was no more than Ubisoft was afternoon. The PC. It was okay. There was a few games out. A lot of the games are very like going back to, and it's just the PC landscape, which is like it goes into kind of isometric. What is it called? Like kind of like StarCraft. What's it called? Strategy games. Real-time strategy (RTS). A lot of games were kind of based like that. There were a few. There was like this like very JRPG inspired RPG game. I don't remember the name, but it was that actually looked really good. Though the art style didn't really remind me of like kind of anime-esque. It was kind of a cross between anime and kind of Western animated. There were some really good ones. Borderlands actually had a couple updates actually coming out. It makes me actually want to play Borderlands because it looks like it's really good. Rage 2 actually was interesting. It looked like it had a lot of updates for Rage 2 to the point where like it kind of made me want to play Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs was actually really good. That was at Ubisoft, and the real cool thing about Watch Dogs was that I think it's called Watch Dogs Legion, so that's Watch Dogs 3. Watch Dogs Legion is really cool because you can play as anyone, so that's apparently what the developer said, that you can play as any character in the city of London, which is where it's based. It's futuristic kind of look at London where technology is kind of overrun, which is most Watch Dogs games are like that, where everything's basically connected, but this is on a kind of another level. It's very drone based. Apparently like the whole city has been overrun by kind of the media look of like drones always watching over everything, super security, and this watchdog based revolution group. I forget what they're called, like Death something. DeadSec or something. I think it's called DeadSec or something like that. They're the ones that like they're trying to basically plan. You know what it felt like? It felt like a futuristic Ocean's 11, because you're trying to create your squad, and every squad member, every team member had their own little thing. that you needed. Like one of them was more for assassinations, one of them was more for kind of beat 'em up, one was more for infiltration, one was more for hacking, one of them was more for scouting other people. Like every person had their role, so you weren't using one person like you usually would in like the Watch Dogs game, and using them for kind of all around hacking and beat 'em up. You're using like this like group and team, so it was actually really cool. I really like that as well. And it was really, so far so good, like in terms of like games that are coming out. PlayStation wasn't there this year, and one of the biggest reasons that people speculate is because they're still working on the next PlayStation, the next console, so the next generation of consoles. So that's like, well, we have nothing to show. So that made sense for Sony, and I can definitely agree with that. In terms of like, okay, yeah, you don't have to be there if you have nothing to show. Why show unfinished products from developers that haven't even started beginning their development process in games because you don't have a console to give them? So it makes sense. I really am looking forward to, I mean, considering I haven't seen Square Enix, I'm going to try to see some of it tonight. And also the Nintendo press conference tomorrow, or their like Nintendo Direct, which is basically just a 1 hour video of everything that they're working on right now. Biggest things I'm looking forward to, Final Fantasy Remake, Final Fantasy 7 Remake. It's supposed to be episodic, which looks really good so far. And also Nintendo, apparently they're going to be releasing a new half generation of consoles, so it's like a generation and a half, or half generation of the Switch. So apparently they're going to have a more affordable Switch, and they're also going to be having a Switch Pro. So I don't know what that's going to be, but people have been speculating and kind of want to see what they do with that. Also new games coming out for Switch. Definitely due in for, and they've talked about it before E3, but apparently there might be Metroid remake or continuation. They're kind of due in for at least new development on the next Zelda property. Definitely talks on Pokemon, that's a big thing. Actually, all the things they're doing with Pokemon makes me want to go to Switch right now, because they're going to be doing a lot of like street, like not kind of the street pass things that they used to do with the 3DS, and also their collaboration with Niantic. So your Pokemon Go Pokemon will now collaborate at like kind of a Pokemon home, where you can basically get every Pokemon game. You can just basically bring all your Pokemon into one center, and I want to say cross-play them in other Pokemon genre games, I think. But don't quote me on that because I don't know. Looking forward to seeing what they did that. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, kind of want to talk about E3. Also want to get out of the house because it's like so hot at the house, and it is cool in here. And I am drinking from these spots. Not sponsored. They don't sponsor me. I just like drinking their drinks, and they're actually really good over here. If you are in the Azusa, West Virginia area, come over here because they actually got pretty good food here as well too. And if you don't for some reason not like the food, go across next door to Tita's of Manila, and there's a lot of good Filipino food there. But yeah, just wanted to do that. Also wanted to keep active with what's going on in our lives and anything else that's going on, opinions about stuff. Definitely going to be doing more stuff on this channel. Just talking, ranting about my week, my opinions about stuff, whether it's like social media stuff, or pop culture media, or whatever, or just my things, especially in faith and church, and the ways I see it developing in my art and what's going on with that. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Once again, it's Cool Paul. I hope you enjoyed my little half E3 roundup. Maybe I'll do another one next week once I see all the conferences and everything else from E3. So take care. God bless. Bye.